Doom the Dark Ages is finally here. When this game was first announced, I was so hyped. I'm a huge fan of the Doom franchise. So far, this is my game of the year. I'm loving it, I'm having so much fun. Is it better than the previous Doom titles? Let's check it out. Doom the Dark Ages is a prequel to Doom 2016, so this game's story happens before that and before Doom Eternal. The whole plot of this game is that before Hell's invasions on Mars and Earth, the Night Sentinels, led by King Novik, are allied with the Makers, and they're locked in a ferocious battle against the forces of Hell. And there's a character named Prince Azrak, and he's searching for the Heart of Argent, some artifact, and I won't go into anything further than that for spoiler's sake. This game has a lot of cutscenes to flesh out the story, something that previous Doom titles didn't have too much of, which is good because the Doom timeline can get kind of confusing, especially if someone was a casual or they're new to this franchise. So it's good that the story is more fleshed out here than usual Doom games. This game takes place in a medieval times era of the Doom Slayer, and his outfit and his armor and everything reflect that, which is really, really cool. In this game, he plays the Doom Slayer. Although this is a prequel to Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, the Doom Slayer is just as powerful as ever on here, just like in those games. Even if this is his early beginnings as the Doom Slayer, when you walk on this game, you can hear his heavy footsteps, which really emphasizes the tankiness of him. He's like a big, bulky monster, if you will. He's just badass. In previous Doom games, like Doom Eternal, it was very much about speed and how fast you can move and stuff. On here, you're planted on the ground, and it's all about just, as the motto said for the game, standing and fighting. And it really shows during gameplay. As the Doom Slayer, you can jump up in the air and land on the ground and create a shockwave, which really emphasizes tankiness, and it's just awesome. And you can kill tons of enemies with that. And the crumbling of the rocks and everything every time you land, that's so awesome. Unlike other Doom games, you have a shield on here, and eventually you'll get upgrades and abilities to let you throw it. It's basically a shield saw. You can throw it at enemies, it'll get stuck on them, and it stuns them for a little bit, and then you can shoot them and melee them. With the shield saw, you can also deflect bullets and protect yourself from projectiles. If it takes too much damage, you'll be unable to use it for a little bit until the meter refills. So you can protect yourself with it, but if you use it too much, you'll have a cooldown meter. With the shield, you can also do a shield bash, and if you lock onto an enemy, you can zoom in right to where they're at and bash them. So that's awesome. If you're jumping up in the air and you're looking at enemies on the ground, you can hurry up and close in on them with that. It's basically a homing attack, if you will. So that's epic. The shield saw is very versatile on here, and it's a welcome addition. The Doom Slayer has different melee options on here. You can use a flail, for example, and you can whack enemies with it. You can also use your fists, and you get these power gauntlets. You can hit enemies with combos, but they'll also have to cool down. But you can also find ammo for the super gauntlets around the arena and levels. Just like previous Doom games, you get access to a lot of different weapons. You have your standard shotgun, and then you get the super shotgun, which does more damage. With a normal shotgun, you can upgrade it to even do burst fire, which is awesome. A new weapon introduced in this game is the chain shot. And so basically, it's like a ball and chain, and you can charge it up and shoot it at enemies. It's one of the most powerful weapons in the game. One of them. It's awesome. You got stuff like the Shredder, your Shield Saw, of course. The Impaler, which is like this thing that shoots metal rods and is very effective with headshots. It can take down enemies very quickly. Lots of different weapons on here, and they're all lots of fun. New feature added in this game is the parrying mechanic. You'll see enemies shoot green projectiles at you, and if you put your shield saw in front of you at the right time, you can parry the attack right back at the enemy. And this can also like speed up recharge on your melee attacks and everything. It also does a lot of damage to enemies. Later on in the game, you'll get shield runes, which are these upgrades that will make parrying certain green projectiles do even more damage to the enemies, so that's awesome. It might be hard to get used to at first, especially because it wasn't in Doom 2016 or Eternal, but you'll get used to it. The gameplay in general, there's a lot of stuff to like relearn, even if you played Doom 2016 and Eternal. But you'll get the hang of it rather quickly, and it's a lot of fun once you get it going. There's like so much stuff happening at once, but you'll get the hang of it. And once you do, it's a lot of fun. Glory kills do return in this game. A lot of people are like, oh, they're not in the game. They are in the game. In a more intuitive sense, as in like they blend in with gameplay better instead of like stopping the flow of the pacing of gameplay just to watch a cutscene real quick. So they're still here, and they're just as fun as ever. They're just not as interruptive as in like Doom Eternal, for example. But the glory kills are still here, and they're awesome. Throughout the levels, you'll face these super boss enemies. Once you defeat enough of their minions, their force field will be gone that's protecting them, and then you can fight them and kill them. They're stronger than normal boss enemies, but once you take them down, you'll get a health upgrade, an armor upgrade, or an ammunition upgrade. Just like Doom Eternal, there's a lot of exploration to be had here. These levels are bigger than Doom Eternal. Most levels are a good size, but then you have like the ones that stand out that are even bigger. In general, the levels are just bigger on here overall than Doom Eternal, which is cool. And lots of exploration, so you can find toys, collectibles like codex entries, weapon skins, extra lives, which are called life sigils on here. I believe you can carry only 3 of them, but maybe that's just because I'm playing on a harder difficulty. Maybe you can actually collect more, but I can only collect 3 at a time. So basically, if you die, it just like asks if you want to use one, so you don't have to like reload the level, or so it just, I like that because it makes the gameplay just like feel like all connected. You're not like interrupting anything. Similarly with the glory kills, how they like changed it up so it's not like interrupting gameplay too much. I like that, so it's like a clean transition between stuff. In each level there's a lot of gold to collect. This is new, it wasn't in Doom Eternal or Doom 2016. So basically you want to collect the gold, which is like currency, money, and you can go to these things called Sentinel statues, and that's where you'll purchase upgrades. You can upgrade your weapons to do different things, like your shotgun can do fire damage, it can do a burst fire, for example. There's so many different upgrades, and it's like a skill tree, if you will, kind of. You can like choose which upgrade you want. Eventually, gold won't cut it, and you'll have to find these things called rubies, and there's statues throughout each level that will be holding like a ruby pennant, and you like rip it off the statue. They're pretty hidden, or you'll have to like destroy these dog statues to get access to them, but you'll need those to purchase later upgrades, and then eventually you'll need something called a wraith stone, and that will be like the final upgrade for your weapon. So exploring's tons of fun on here with all the toys, codec entries, weapon skins, so much to find, and I love it. I love exploring in this game, so much fun. You can open up your map and it'll like show you a very good map, by the way, just like in Doom Eternal. And it'll show you where everything's at. Even though it can be hard to like access it, it'd be like, oh, it's right here. And then you jump off a cliff, and then it's like, oh, there's a secret ledge right here. So that's awesome, and just keep looking around and exploring for stuff. Something cool about this game is it has a point of no return. So in each level, you'll be exploring, getting collectibles, gold, and finding items. You'll see an open door icon, and basically that marks a new part of the level, or even the end of a level. So you'll see that and be like, I should probably go back and pick up all these items before I progress any further, which I like that. Some other games out here might do something where you go to a certain area and you can't go back without telling you. So I like how they let you know on here, so that's awesome. There's also challenges in each level that will net you more gold, so that's awesome. And if you want like achievements or trophies, depending on what console you're playing on, definitely go for those. But each level has their own mission challenges. There's 22 chapters in this game, or levels, if you will. Most of them, you're just playing as a Slayer, classic Doom gameplay. And then they like break up the gameplay flow and let you pilot a mech, or you get to ride a dragon. When you get to pilot the mechs, you're basically doing fist fighting with these giant demons, and you're in like an Atlan. So you can like punch them and do all this, and eventually you'll get like a gun as well, and you can like shoot that at the giant demons. So that's awesome. When you're in these mechs, you feel super powerful, and it's just like epic. I know for a long time people have wanted to like pilot one of those in a Doom game, and now you finally can, so that's awesome. When you pilot the dragon on here, you can dodge and parry attacks just like you do with the Doom Slayer. It's a lot of fun just to drive around and fly around. So you have a machine gun turrets, and you can even like use a sprint button to speed boost up, and then also increase your rate of fire with your turrets. So that's awesome. You can land in certain areas and get off him and play normal with the Slayer and then get back on it. The dragon gameplay on here is a lot of fun, and I know there's like a lot to learn in this game, but it might feel overwhelming, but you'll get the hang of it, like I said, rather quickly. The music on this game is awesome, and I'm really anticipating listening to it once it hits streaming services. Yeah, Mick Gordon didn't return, but that's fine. The new people they have are doing a fantastic job. I will say that the sound effects in the game are kind of a little loud, to the point where the music is, it's noticeable, but it's not as like prevalent because the sound effects are so loud. You can go into the settings and like tweak that, so it's not really an issue, but the soundtrack's epic, and I love it whenever I hear like the music come on right before a bunch of demons spawn. It's just so epic and awesome. I love it. The soundtrack's great. Overall, this game is absolutely incredible, and I love it. It's my game of the year so far. So much to do, so much exploration, so many upgrades to equip, so many different play styles with the mechs and the dragon, and just playing as Doom Slayer, you feel like a tank. His big bulky footsteps, and when you land on the ground, it creates shockwaves. So many different weapons to try out. Gold, toys, rubies, wraith stones, so much items to find. It's just awesome. The only thing bad I could say is that the game isn't really on the disc. When you have like a physical copy, the disc only has like 80 megabytes of data, so like it's basically like a game key card, if you will. Just there's no real data on the disc, and that's kind of stupid. Whereas like Doom Eternal or even Doom 2016, if I remember correctly, those were on a disc, so I don't know why they didn't do it with this game. But besides that, the whole game is just fantastic. I love it. Definitely having so much fun. Go play it, and I'll see you next time.